of the ordinance, which is to limit terms. Some people will argue, well, there are not that many people who are going to want to run for office, but I would suggest that there's a counter opinion that when people think they have a chance, they're more likely to run. Right? Now, and we're having a hearing on the term limits. If you're here to learn more about the ordinance that we have on the ballot right now, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, we'll assume it's perfectly clear to everybody.
Application. There being no further comment, do I have a motion for approval?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries, and the beer board is adjourned.
First item is approval of the agenda. Does anybody have any recommended changes?
I move for approval.
Second it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Next item is the mayor's report. I don't know who all was at the picnic but on Sunday, but if you weren't there, you really missed it. It was a really, really nice event. The music was spectacular. Food was good, and it was well attended. We've already been asked by many people, sorry, Sue, if it's going to be an annual event. And frankly, I think a lot of people are in favor of it. Sue, you don't get a vote.
Thank Farragut Press as well for the location. I'd never been really around there that much. It was a great venue with the shade trees that day.
Yeah,
it was very
was.
nice, very nice.
Yep.
I'll second all those comments.
I have nothing else to report at this time. Anybody else have something to say at this time? Under the mayor's report.
Well, the Farragut Fall 5K, I think, was a smashing success. And
Yes, it was, and our dog won first place.
Was
Did
it
you
an
run in
ugly
it,
dog
Bob?
contest?
Did you run in it? Did you? Okay. I didn't get to be there this time.
And the festival at the Renaissance was also very nice. So it was a busy weekend. Weather was perfect. Now we come to Citizens Forum, and this is the time when any of you who have any comment to make on anything to the board, this is your chance to do so.
Ruth Hawk has some information to distribute to you guys.
All right.
Alderman LaMarche and Mayor McGill already have copies of this, but I wanted to share this with all the other aldermen. This is a Blue Ways map. Most folks are like, what are Blue Ways? It's the water routes. It's from Cherokee National Forest to Fort Loudon Dam. It's canoe and kayak put-ins, but also can be used for motorboaters. Haven't quite figured out if that's really a word or not. But it includes the French Broad and the Upper Tennessee River. And the reason I'm distributing these is because this is the Great Smoky Mountain Regional Greenway Council put this together, and Farragut is a member of that council. Jay Smelter and I serve as the liaisons for the town, and so I just wanted to hand these out. Heather already has a copy, so.
Thanks, Ray. Whoops, I got more than I need.
All right, next item is approval of the minutes from September 23rd. Anybody got any comments on the minutes?
Accept the minutes as written.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So we move to the business items. First is approval of a contract amendment between the town of Farragut and Redflex.
Thanks, Mayor. I'll refer to your packets. The May 26, 2009 excerpt is shaded, and this is basically a minor amendment to reflect what is actually existing out in the intersections. Back when the contract was negotiated, Redflex had offered the remote sensor systems, which basically are wireless and bored into the intersections to do the vehicle tracking for the system. They had found subsequently that the system was faulty and they needed to go back to the normal typical loop system detection method. And this amendment basically just reflects that change in the contract.
Did they initially install this other?
No,
Or-
they never did get around to installing them. It was actually probably not 2 weeks after the contract was executed that they came back and asked us if they could do the loop system. And that was really the only available proven detection method at that time, so there really wasn't much of a choice.
And if it did work, what would be the benefit of it?
They're about 4 by 4 inch squares, and they're bored directly into the roadway.
They look like Klondike bars, if you remember that discussion.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There's no financial implications to this. I mean, we're not allowing them to do something that's markedly cheaper.
No, sir. There are no other implications other than it's just a little bit more invasive into our road.
Well, this seems like an obvious question, but if the other sensors were never installed because they don't work and the new ones are going to do what the old ones were supposed to do, how have they been working all this time without any sensors? And if they've been working without sensors, why do we need sensors?
These were actually put in initially, the loop detection system. So they never did use the FMS sensors. That was tossed as soon as they figured out it was faulty before construction even began. So this change is just simply reflecting and making our contract correct with what is actually existing on
Okay,
site.
so loop sensors are in there. That's what I
Correct.
thought. Okay, all right.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next item is approval of change order number 3, contract 2010-12, McFee Park, Phase 2.
In your packets was a request from Christopoulos and Kennedy, who is the contractor for the McFee Park Phase 2 project. There's a request from them for change order number 3. If you've been out there on site lately, while they're running a bit late with our contract, you can see that there's been an awful lot of progress in the last few weeks. One item that has come up as this project has come together, First Utility District is requiring a diverter valve, an automatic diverter valve, to divert stormwater runoff in periods when the splash pad is not in operation. It would divert stormwater runoff to the stormwater system as opposed to the sanitary sewer system. And of course that does have a cost. The cost that Christopoulos and Kennedy is reflecting in this request is $3,134.25 for installation of the diverter valve, plus they're asking for 1 additional working day of time in the contract. This will increase Christopoulos and Kennedy's, our obligation to them to $1,577,203.17. Staff recommends approval.
Discussion?
Carol, I just have one question. I mean, so when this pad is in use, where is it going to be draining?
Well, it's recirculated when it is in use.
So, is this just a redirection then of all the runoff?
Well,
What?
it's all of the runoff whenever the splash pad is not in use.
So it was originally designed to drain into the wrong type of sewer system, is that what
That's
you're saying?
correct. It's not a huge splash pad, but it was intended to, overflow would go into the sanitary sewer system, and this is just a requirement from First Utility District.
Okay, thanks. I move approval.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?